Hello there, in today's video I'm going to share with you how to make such a cute cat backpack. This is one of the most popular backpacks that I have. I made already a few of them and in different colors. This is the first time I do in this beautiful coral color, but you can do in any color you like. By the way, the most populars are in black color. You can check my page. I have one available. So we are going to start and I will tell you in details how to make such a cute backpack for a kid. So we are going to use, I'm going to use the coral yarn from Loop and Threads Sweet Snuggle Lights. It's the color coral. I used more than one skein and less than 1.5, I guess. One and a little bit. Also I used white from the same yarn, just a little bit for cheeks and a little bit for nose black. And I used for the paws and for the ears sand color. I have just a little bit because I guess it's not available anymore, but you can use any. Also I use acrylic yarn for eyes. It's also from Loops and Threads. I have black and it's like blue, kind of blue for eyes. It can be any type. I use from Loop and Thread Soft Classic, and all of them are from this type, but you can use any you like. I'm going to show this tutorial in like I make the backpack in coral color, but the backpack by itself is the same for many, for all of them that I make. That's why the tutorial is going to start in another color, but when we start to phase, then we go to this. We need hooks, 6 millimeters for loop and thread yarn, hook 4 millimeter for acrylic yarn. We need markers, lighter to burn the ends, scissors, a little stuffing in paws, also thread with needle, felt 20 centimeters on 30 centimeters, fabrics for lining. I use cotton 85 centimeters on 30 centimeters, 50 centimeters of rope, a plastic stopper, then metal accessories, backlog 33 millimeters on 30 millimeters, metal rectangle 32 millimeters on 23 millimeters, 2 pieces and 2 pieces of sliders 32 millimeters on 23 millimeters, fabric glue, and a plastic needle for easier sewing. We start our project from making upper paws, so I use a piece of acrylic yarn to make a magic ring, and we make magic ring of 6 stitches. Row number 1 we make increasing 6 times, so we have 12 stitches in this row. Row number 2, we make 1 single crochet increasing and we repeat it 6 times. We have 18 stitches in this row. Row number 3, we have 18 single crochet. We have 18 stitches in this row. Then we need to change the color of the yarn. And we continue crocheting. So rows number 5 and 6, we have 18 single crochet and we have 18 stitches in each rows. Let's do 2 more rows and meet after. Row number 7, we make decreasing, then we make 7 single crochet and we repeat it 2 times. We have 16 stitches in this row. Row number 8, this is the last row. We make 16 single crochet. We have 16 stitches in this row. Now we need to add a little stuffing. Don't add it too much. And now we need to close their paw. And we have 8 stitches on the top. We fold it twice and just use the front and the back loops to close the paw. One upper paw is ready, but we need 2 pieces. Once we finish with upper paw, we can move to lower paws. So we again start with magic ring of 6 stitches. Row number 1, we make increasing and we repeat it 6 times. We have 12 stitches in this row. Row number 2, we make 1 single crochet increasing, we repeat it 6 times. We have 18 stitches in this row. Row number 3, we make 2 single crochet increasing. We repeat it 6 times. We have 24 stitches in this row. Row number 5, we have 24 single crochets, so we have 24 stitches in this row. Row number 6, we make 7 single crochet, then we have 5 decreasing, and then we have 7 single crochet at the end. We have 19 stitches in this row. Once we get to the decreasing, we use only front loop for decreasing. We use only front loop to skip the big holes after decreasing, because we have 5 decreasing the same times, and since we use only the front loop, there won't be holes between the decreasing stitches. And we have 7 single crochet left until the end of the row. Row number 7, we have 6 single crochet, then we have 3 decreasing, then we have 7 single crochet. We have 16 stitches in this row. Once we get to the decreasing, again we use only front loop, because we have 3 decreasing here. And this is the best way not to have big holes between decreasing, because the back yarn that we leave, it's going to close that holes. And we have 7 stitches, 7 single crochet until the end of the row. Now we need to change the color of the yarn. And rows number 8, 9, 10, 11, we have 16 single crochet, so we have 16 stitches in each row. And we make them in another color. That's how it looks after we finish it. And now we need to make additionally 5 stitches. We make these stitches because right now we are at the back of the foot, and before we close it, we need to be by the side, so the toes are pointing forward. So we need to make additionally 5 stitches. And then we can close our paw. We need to add some stuffing now. And we also have 8 stitches for closing. We fold it twice, we fold it together, and we use the front and the back loops and crochet them together to close the paw. The lower paw is ready. That's how it's going to look like. And we need to cut the yarn. And I burn it so it doesn't peel, but we need to have 2 paws like that. Once we finish with paws, we move to the straps. We start with short straps. We need to make chain of 5 loops. And then we make 6 rows from row number 1 till row number 6. We make 4 single crochet. So it's going to be 4 stitches in each row, and this way of crocheting is going to be turned back. Once we get to the end, we make air loop or lifting loop, we turn and we go back. Again we do 4 single crochet. Once we get to the end, again we make a loop and we turn. We repeat this way until we get 6 rows like this. We finished the shortest strap, but we need to have 2 pieces like that. Now we can move to the longest strap. It's actually the same as shortest strap. We start with chain of 5 loops. The only difference that we need to make them much longer. It should be 70 rows, but the principle of crocheting is the same. We do 4 single crochet, get to the end, we make a loop and we turn back. And this way we continue until we have 70 rows. Just a small tip, once we get 10 rows, I usually mark them with marker and then I counting every 10, so not to count every time again. That's how the strap is. It's long and you can see that I marked every 10 rows and we need 2 pieces like this. Now we need to do carrying handle. We start with the chain of 18 loops. Row number 1, we make 17 half double crochet. If you don't know how to make half double crochet, then look properly. There is nothing complicated. It's familiar with the single crochet. We just need to put the yarn on the hook first, then we insert the hook inside the loop and we crochet all 3 yarns together. This half double crochet, and we need to crochet this way until the end of the yarn, and we have 17 stitches in this row. Once we get till the end, we make ear loop and we turn. Row number 2, we use back loop only and we make slip stitch. We make 17 slip stitches, so we have 17 stitches in this row. Slip stitch, it's like chain, but you are going through the your crochet. So you just insert the hook, you pull the yarn and you don't crochet it, you just pull through the other loop that you have on your hook. We do it the same way until the end of the row. Once we did it, we make ear loop and we turn. Row number 3, we make 17 single crochet, so we have 17 stitches in this row. But we don't crochet it just simple. We take our crochet part, we fold it together, and in our crochet row we use the one loop from the chain that we started working with, and the other one is the front loop from the previous row. And we do it the same way until the end of the row. Now our carrying handle is ready. That's how it looks like. So let's check all our parts. We have longer straps 2. We have lower paws 2. We have upper paws 2. We have shorter straps 2. And we have 1 carrying handle. Now we can start making the bottom of the backpack. We start with the chain of 11 loops. We start crocheting in the second loop. Row number 1, we make 5 increasing in the same loop, then we make 8 single crochet and we repeat it twice. So we put 5 stitches in first loop. That's how I did 4, and we have a little big hole, so I put it a little bit further in another loop to skip the hole there. Now we have 8 single crochet until the other side. Once we get to the end, we are going to make 5 increasing more in the same loop. So this is our last loop, and we make 5 increasing in this loop. And we are going to crochet around the chain. We are not going to turn back. We will just crochet around. So once we have 5 increasing, we have 5 single crochet left until the other side, to the beginning where we started. Row number 2, we have 5 increasing, but 5 increasing, then a single crochet, and we repeat it twice. We have 36 stitches in this row, but here increasing, we make 2 increasing in the next 5 stitches. One more increasing, and now we need to crochet a single crochet until the other side. And then when we get to the other side again, we do 5 increasing, but it 5 increasing in 5 stitches. Row number 3, we make increasing 1 single crochet and we repeat it 5 times, and then we make 8 single crochet and we do it twice. So we do on this side, we make increasing 1 single crochet, we repeat it 5 times, and then we make the same way on the other side, and between them we have 8 single crochet from each side also. And generally we have 46 stitches in this row. Row number 4, we make 2 single crochet increasing and we repeat it 4 times. Then we have 7 single crochet, then we have 2 single crochet increasing and we repeat it 4 times, and then we have 12 single crochet until the end of the row, and we have 54 stitches in this row. Row number 5, we make 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we make increasing. Now we make 7 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, and 7, and we make increasing, and we have 17 single crochet until the other side. We did 17 single crochet, so we make increasing again. Now we have 8 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have increasing, and then we have 13 single crochet left until the end of the row. We have 58 stitches in this row. Next row, row number 6, we start with 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We make increasing. Then we have 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3. We make increasing. Then again 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3. We make increasing. And we have 19 single crochet until the other side. We did 19, we make increasing. Now 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We make increasing. 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We make increasing, and we have 13 single crochet, and we have 64 stitches in this row. That's how it is once we finish it. We finished making the bottom of the side, and now we need to crochet our first row of the height, and at the same time we are going to crochet in the shortest straps and lower paws. So we need to mark first where we are going to attach them. It's approximately from the side, maybe 1 stitch. We put 4. We have 4 loops on the bottom, so we mark it. We can attach it for easier understanding where we will need to add it. Make sure that you turn your part with the inside to facing on you. Now we need to add the lower paws. It's approximately in the middle. We leave 3-4 stitches from the center. And we have 8 stitches on the paw, but I use only 7 on the bottom part because I do 1 decreasing inside. So I count 7 stitches, and I mark the other side. We just attach it so we know when we need to crochet it in. Once we mark one paw, we do the same way with the second paw, and make sure that you attach them in the proper way with the toes looking up on us, facing us. We continue crocheting from where we stop. First loop we make single crochet and start our first row of 64 stitches. We are going to have 64 stitches in all rows of the height. We are using double crochet style. Also, we use only back loop to have a beautiful line on the bottom in the front. Once we get to our first marker, we can remove the marker. We know that next 4 loops we are going to attach the shortest strap. Make sure that you put the metal rectangle before you crochet it in, because it won't be able you won't be able to add it after, and we crochet all them together. We attach the shorter strap, and now how it looks, you can see that it's secured and it looks nice. There is no additional yarn or anything, so we continue the same way and we are moving to our lower paw. When we get to the paw, it's the same way as we did with the shorter strap. We crocheted it in, but here you need to be sure that the toes are facing you, that it's attaching in the proper way. Also, it's important that we have one decreasing in the middle. So on the paw we have 8 stitches, and on the bottom we are going to use 7 stitches only. So the stitch number 3 and 4, I just crochet them together and use one loop on the bottom. All the rest we do the same way until the end of this first row. When we get to the end, we have one loop, so we just continue. Now we don't do the back loop, we use the both loops, and we make from row number 2 until row number 14 the same way in double crochet style. We are just doing all the same way. Now I finished making height, the side of the backpack, and the last loop I make single crochet style and then just hide the yarn. It's fine that in the middle we are going to still add cover here, so it won't be noticeable. Now we need to mark where we are going to have the cover. So we need to see the middle of our backpack, and there on the top we are marking two markers. Then from each marker we are counting 11 stitches to each side, so we are going to have 22 stitches for our cover. Now I put the center and we are counting 11 stitches. That's how it's going to be one side of the cover, and we do the same way the other side. And this top where we have, it's going to be hidden here inside. We mark here the other side of the cover. It's approximately the same amount of loops left. Also, we are going to crochet in the first row. We are going to attach the longer straps and the carrying handle. We can mark them, so let me mark them so you understand easier where and how we are going to attach them. That I attach them so you can see, and now we can start crocheting. We start from the right side where I have a blue marker, and for the cover we are using single crochet style. Row number 1, 22 single crochet. We have 22 stitches in this row. Once we get to the next marker, in my case it's yellow marker, I'm going to remove them. We are going to crochet in these parts of the backpack. So I take the longer strap. I have two stitches that I need to crochet together with longer straps, and then 2 more stitches where I add all 3 parts, longer strap and carrying handle. Now I'm trying to find a more strong loop, because here at the beginning usually the loop is weak, and since it's strap, it's better to find the stronger loop so it keeps properly and the strap is secured. Okay, now we need to crochet together. And 1 more loop together, and now we need to add the carrying handle from one side, and then on the other side we attach it also. So I take this part, get 1 loop here, and crochet all 3 pieces together. So we have the backpack, longer strap and carrying handle, and we crochet them all together. The ends of the yarn put inside of the backpack, we are going to hide them after, so make sure that all our ends are inside. And we need to make the same. I need to make the loop a little bit tighter before I crochet so it keeps properly. Okay, and crochet all together. Now I have to do 1 more loop like this. Make sure that it's strong loop. Now we are going to have a last loop on the strap, on one strap. And we This is the last loop, and we crochet it together. This is the 11th stitch in this row, and now we have 11 more, and on the other side we do the same way. We just, here we carrying handle, we fold it twice, and here we take 2 more stitches. We use 2 more loops, so we attach it again. Now we need second strap. Make sure that you don't do the end of the strap that you already attached. It should be the second strap. And we do the same way until the end of the row. We finished the first row, and now you can see how the longer straps, how the carrying handle, how everything is attached. It looks nice and neat. This yarn inside, we are going to hide it after. Now we need to make from rows 2 to rows 14, we need to make 22 single crochet in each row. Row number 15, we start with decreasing, then 18 single crochet and decreasing at the end. We have 20 stitches in this row. We are making the shape of the cover, and it's getting a little bit narrow at the end to make the shape better. So once we get to the end, we make another decreasing. At the end of each row we do ear loop, and we turn. Row number 16, we have 20 single crochet, 20 stitches in this row. Row number 17, we make decreasing, 16 single crochet, decreasing. We have 18 stitches in this row. Row number 18, we make decreasing, 14 single crochet, decreasing. We have 16 stitches in this row. Row number 19, we have 16 single crochet. We have 16 stitches in this row. Row number 20, this is the last row. We have decreasing, 12 single crochet, decreasing, and we have 14 stitches in this row. This is going to be the last row for our cover. We finished making the cover, and now we need to make additional row on the sides of the cover to make the shape is more better. So we make ear loop, and we start crocheting in by the side on each row that we have. Like each loop that we use is the rows on the rows that we did, and we are doing all this way around until the beginning of our cover, where we started crocheting our cover. Once we get to the bottom of the cover, we continue crocheting on the top of our backpack, and it's a single crochet style, and we crochet all this way around the top of the backpack, and then we continue the same way we did this side with the cover. The same way we are going to make the other side of the cover until the end. Now we can see that this row that we did gave the cover much better look, and it looks neat and it's nice, so we can continue crocheting. Before we move to the face of the backpack, we need to attach the longer straps, and to fix them we need to attach the upper paws, and we need to attach the lock. The upper paws we sew 4 rows lower from the top, and you can use chenille yarn or you can use simple thread to sew it. It's up to you. I usually use chenille yarn because it's more comfortable for me. Also, we need to add metal sliders rectangle to the longer straps, so we can regulate the length of the straps as we need. So we take the metal slider, we put through first part, then we go through the second part of the metal slider, and then we go down to the metal rectangle we have near the bottom of the backpack. We put it through from outside to inside, and now this small part we need to put between this line. We just need a little bit, like 1 centimeter, because once we put it through we are going to sew it together, and that's how the metal slider is going to work. So we just need a little bit. Let me pull a little more, and now go through that metal line that we have in the middle. Yes, now I got it. So this yarn I hide inside, and here we just sew this part, and we do the same way with the second strap. The backpack by itself is ready, and now I'm going to continue with the colors that I made it, because we are going to make the face, and now here it's different from the previous I made in lavender color. So we are going to make the parts of the face. We start with ears, and we use the coral yarn, and we start with the chain of 9 loops. Row number 1, 8 single crochet. We have 8 stitches in this row. Row number 2, we make decreasing, 4 single crochet, decreasing. We have 6 stitches in this row. We make decreasing at the beginning and at the end of the row, because the shape of the ear is triangle. Row number 3, 6 single crochet. We have 6 stitches in this row. Row number 4, decreasing, 2 single crochet, decreasing. We have 4 stitches in this row. Row number 5 for single crochet. We have 4 stitches in this row. Row number 6, we make decreasing 2 times. We have 2 stitches in this row. And row number 7 is the last one. We just have 2 single crochet, 2 stitches. This is the end, and now we need to make 4 pieces like that, 2 in this color and 2 in sand color. That we have 4 of them. Now we put the color that is going to be inside in the ear in the front, and we are going to crochet them together. We use the yarn that is going to be the main one, and at the beginning we do increasing, and on the top we use the holes that we have between rows and just crochet it in single crochet style. Once we get to the top where we had two stitches, we are going to make increase in the ear, so the shape of the ear is much better and the tone is going to be more smooth. We do increasing and we go down on the other side. All the yarn that we have, ends of the yarn, we can hide inside the ear. And we do the same way until the end, and the last loop that we are going to have, we make increasing again for a better shape. This is the last one. 1 and 2. And we need to make the same with the second ear. That's how it looks like. Now we are going to make the cheeks of the cat, and we use white yarn, and we start with magic ring of 5 stitches. Row number 1, we make increasing 6 times. We do single crochet style, so we have 12 stitches in this row. Rows number 2 and 3 are 12 single crochet, they have 12 stitches each. That's how the cheek looks like, and we need to make 2 pieces the same. Now we move to the nose. We need to make magic ring of 6 stitches. It's going to be just magic ring. It's going to be just small circle. That's how the nose look like. Now we will start making eyes, and we start with magic ring of 10 stitches. I use acrylic yarn, and I started using the smaller hook of 4 millimeters. Row number 1 we make increasing. We repeat it 10 times, so we have 20 stitches in this row. In this row I use light blue yarn, and you can use any color you want, and that's going to be the color of the eyes. Row number 2, we again take black yarn, and we make 20 slip stitches around our blue yarn to make the contrast of the eyes better, and we have 20 stitches in this row. That's how the middle of the eye look like, and now we are going to make a shine with white yarn. So I just take a plastic needle and crochet the shine inside. You can make it the way I did it, or you can just do one spot, but I recommend to add it because then the shine looks more like 3D. I usually add big line here and a small one by the side. Once we finished with the center part, we are going to make the back part of the eye. We take white yarn and we make magic ring of 10 stitches. Here I don't do circle crochet because I'm going to use different style crochet style. That's why when I go to the end of the row, I lift the loop up and start the next row. Row number 1 we make increasing 10 times, so we have 20 stitches in this row. We use single crochet style. And again, when I get to the end of the row, I don't continue crocheting, I lift the loop up to start the new row on the same level, because the next row is going to be in double crochet style. So we need to make a chain. Row number 2, it's going to be increasing 1 double crochet, and we repeat it 10 times. We have 30 stitches in this row, and we use double crochet style. Row number 3, we make 30 slip stitches around with black yarn to give a better contrast to the eye. We have 30 stitches in this row. So let's see all the parts that we have for eyes. This is lower part, under, and this is on the top with the color. We are going to sew them. So now we have all parts of the face. So let me show you how we are going and where we are going to sew all the parts. Of course, eyes you can put closer or further, it depends the way you like it. The same the middle part of eye, you can put it by the side or in the middle. It's already depends on you and what kind of emotions you want to give to your backpack. Here we put the nose and the cheeks. I'm going to add black spots on the cheeks, and of course we are going to add whiskers by the side. Also I want to add claws on the paws. So we are going to sew and we are going to knit after we finish. I finished with face, that's how it looks like. It looks pretty cute as for me, and the only things that is left is the lining. I have the separate video about the lining, so I'm not going to tell it. There is the link under the video and you can check it how to add it. Also this part I glued the felt here. If you have self-adjustive felt, you can just attach it. This one that I have, it's not, so I'm going to use the fabric glue, and all these ends of yarn I'm going to hide behind the felt. And the last one that is left is the lining, and to add stopper and the rope at the end. This is the final result. We can see that already all parts are there, and after we add the felt under, the cover is more strong and the face is not squeezing, so that's why I prefer to do that. Also I have the lining and everything looks neat and nice. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to write me in comments or directly. If you are going to make the backpack like this, please share it with me. I'm very excited to see how your backpack is going to look like. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching. Don't forget to put me like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe so you can see more videos of me. Hope to see you in next video. Thank you for watching and have a good day.